Class A power amplifier parameters. First, we will understand what is the meaning of gain. So gain, it is the ratio of output voltage or output current or output power to input voltage or current or power. So in general, we define gain as it is the ratio of output divided by input. Similarly, current gain is given by A of I is equals to output current divided by the input current. IO means the output current, basically it is the collector current, so we can mention it as IC, and input current is basically base current plus input signal. Now we know that in voltage gain or current gain or power gain, it is a ratio of two similar quantities, voltage, current. One more thing we will see, power gain A of P is equals to output power divided by input power, PO by Pin. Now, one thing we have to observe that in numerator and denominators, both are similar quantities, current, voltage. So it is, the gain is actually dimensionless, unitless. Sorry, it is unitless. Mistakenly I have said dimensionless. It is unitless. The thing is that I want to explain here that we cannot mention units over here. Here we don't have to mention the unit. So to have a proper unit, we have converted into the decibel value. So in decibels we say 20 log to the base 10 of voltage gain. Simplifying it further, it is 20 log to the base 10 output voltage by input voltage, and this we have the unit decibel. Similarly for the current gain also, 20 log to the base 10 output current divided by input current, and similarly for the power gain, 20 log of, we can mention here 20 log of P0 by Pin. And here also we can mention 20 log of I0 by In dB. So यहाँ पे हम लोग गेन का डेफिनेशन देख रहे हैं, ये जनरल डेफिनेशन है. These are general definitions for the voltage gain, current gain and power gain. Now this is the overview. Now we will see how the gain is calculated for specifically class A power amplifier. Voltage gain in class A power amplifier, it is the ratio of output voltage upon input voltage. Now we will simplify the values of output voltage and input voltage. Now output voltage VO is given by emitter current into the load resistance divided by the base current into beta into emitter to base resistance of the transistor we are using, or we can say the emitter diode. Now here one thing we have to observe, that we have used the small letters indicate it is the AC value. Why AC? Because we are amplifying the AC signal. Okay, now I have simplified it, IE. Okay, so it is IE into load resistance. Now the value of IE is given by beta times IB into R of L, AC load resistance, current gain and the input base current, divided by the base current, beta and emitter diode resistance. So if we solve it further, we see that this value and this value will cut, this value and this value will go. What is remaining? RL divided by Re dash. So hence I have written here the voltage gain is equals to load resistance, AC load resistance divided by AC emitter diode resistance. Emitter diode resistance means the base to emitter junction, whatever you are forming in the NPN transistor or a PNP transistor, that junction is similar to that of the diode. Means diagrammatically I will explain like this. It is NPN transistor, emitter, base and collector. So this is the emitter diode. Hence I have written the formula. Voltage gain is equals to RL. RL means the AC load resistance. The AC load resistance is equals to the value of collector resistance parallel to the actual load we are connected, divided by AC emitter diode resistance, means this diode, emitter to base diode. This is about the voltage gain. So here I have tried to show how we have achieved this value. We are saying it is a ratio of output upon input. Then I have written this equation. Then I have put the values. One thing I have not shown here, the current gain. Current gain means beta is the current gain for common emitter amplifier. It is equals to output current. Output current means collector current, and the input current is base current. But the value of IC is approximately equals to IE. So we can write it is also equals to IE by IB. Beta is equals to. So I have mentioned here IE. So this is about the voltage gain. Now we will study the current gain and power gain. Now as we have seen, voltage gain is equals to AV is equals to AC load resistance. Again I will mention AC load resistance divided by AC emitter diode resistance. Okay, now the value of RL is equals to RC parallel RL. And what about the value of RE dash? So it can be calculated as variation of VBE, change in the base to emitter voltage divided by change in the collector current. So how we are going to calculate the value? Say for example we have plotted a graph of VBE and IC. So basically it is output collector current and input base to emitter voltage. So this value is the input value, this value is the output value. So it can be called as, so this is output upon input, so it can be called as transconductance curve. Transconductance curve. Now if you plot, it will show like this, and now this change is any two values you will measure. So this value is delta VBE and this value, corresponding value, is delta IC, and our Q point will be located somewhere here. So IC is in milliamperes and VB is in volts. So using this transconductance curve, we have calculated the AC emitter diode resistance value. Next point is the current gain. So basically here we are dealing with the AC signals. So the AC current gain of common emitter class A power amplifier is the ratio of output current upon input current. So output current is the AC collector current, that is small I of C, to the AC base current, that is small I of B. So mathematically we can represent AC current gain as A of I is equals to small ic divided by small ib. So this is the value of AC collector current, and this is the basically it is output collector current, and this is input base current. And this we represent here as beta is equals to A of I is equals to IC upon IP. So this is about the AC current gain. Power gain, it is the ratio of AC power at the output from the collector to the AC power at input to the base of the transistor. Means what we are saying, whatever power we are obtaining at the output, that will be the AC of course, to the AC power given to the input. So output is obtained across the collector, input is given to the base. Now we will derive the relations. So input power P of I in is equals to input voltage into input current. Input voltage is to input current. Input current is the base current. So this is AC input power to base, and P out is given by minus V of O into IC. So it is representing the AC output power at collector. Now here one thing I have written here, negative V0. This negative indicates my negative V0 indicates input and output are 180 degree phase shifted. Means there is a phase difference of 180 degree with respect to input. So we can say that the output signal is reversed as compared to the input signal. So power gain, we represent it by A of P is equals to P0 by Pin. Here we are using small letters just to explain that it is AC power gain. So I can mention AC power gain. Why AC? Because the input signal is AC. Since input signal is AC. Okay. So power gain, now we will put up the formula for this. So minus V0 of IC divided by V in into IB. So we will try to take out the sign common, V0 into IC divided by V in divided by IB. So this becomes voltage gain, this becomes current gain. So A of P is equals to minus A of V into A of I. So power gain is equals to voltage gain into current gain. So this is our formula, main formula. Now again we will try to simplify it. Voltage gain is equals to minus R of L divided by R dash E multiply by current gain is given by beta. So finally we can conclude that conclude that therefore power gain is equals to minus beta RL by R of E dash. Again I will repeat, RL is the AC load resistance and R dash E is nothing but AC emitter diode resistance. AC emitter diode resistance. This is voltage gain, this is current gain. So we can mention it here. Voltage gain multiplied by current gain, and this is power gain negative. So this is all about voltage gain, current gain and power gain. Now let us try to understand the power relations in class A power amplifier. So here I have drawn one circuit. This is actually a output circuit of a class A power amplifier, but here one thing we will observe that RL is directly connected to collector resistor. RL is directly connected to the collector terminal. We have replaced here RC is replaced by RL. Okay, we have applied the input signal. So this type of circuit in which the load resistance is directly connected to the collector circuit. Load resistance RL is directly connected to the collector terminal, then this circuit is called as direct coupled load for class A power amplifier. So what is the meaning of direct coupled load for class A amplifier? RL directly connected to collector terminal of transistor. Now this graph represents AC load line. Here the Q point or operating point of the transistor is located exactly out of the center of the AC load line. On the x-axis we have VCE, and on the y-axis we have IC. So this is output current and this is output voltage. So this is VC and this is IC. Now we know that when input AC signal is applied, this Q point or the operating point, it will shift upwards and downwards from its center position. So we will just try to elaborate it. As input Vin is applied, Q, that is operating point, shifts upwards and downwards. जैसे ही हम लोगों ने इनपुट दिया तो हमारा Q पॉइंट इस AC सिग्नल्स के वेरिएशंस के अकॉर्डिंग, हमारा जो Q पॉइंट है वो सैचुरेशन की तरफ जाएगा. So here we have the saturation region and here we have the cutoff region. So our Q point will shift upwards and downwards from saturation to the cutoff point from its center position. So accordingly, the output collector current will increase or decrease from its Qcent value, and the value of Qcent is ICQ. So the point is, as the Q point is shifting, the value of collector current is also shifting. So the value of collector current is increasing or decreasing depending upon the input signal. In the same way, the collector to emitter voltage VCE, this voltage will also increase or decrease from its quiescent value VCEQ. So why there are variations? There are variations because the Q or the operating point of the transistor is shifting, and as the operating point or Q point is shifting, our output current is increasing or decreasing, and our output voltage VC is increasing or decreasing. So from which values they are increasing or decreasing? Or so collector current is moving up and down from its quiescent or operating point ICQ, and VCE is shifting left and right from its operating point VCQ, and hence the output voltage and current is varying. So यहाँ पे हमें क्या नोटिस करना है कि कलेक्टर करंट का ऑपरेटिंग पॉइंट है ICQ, कलेक्टर से एमिटर वोल्टेज का ऑपरेटिंग पॉइंट है VCQ, ये पॉइंट्स ऑपरेटिंग पॉइंट्स, और ये कहां से मिले हमें? AC लोड लाइन से। AC लोड लाइन के एग्जैक्टली सेंटर में Q पॉइंट होता है, और ये इस Q पॉइंट को क्यूसेंट पॉइंट भी बोलते हैं या फिर ऑपरेटिंग पॉइंट भी बोलते हैं, और हमारा आउटपुट वोल्टेज और करंट इसी पॉइंट के ऊपर और नीचे में स्विंग होते रहता है। अब कितना स्विंग होगा? तो ये जो इसका Q पॉइंट है ICQ, इसके ऊपर नीचे शिफ्ट होगा, और इधर वोल्टेज है VCEQ, इससे ऊपर नीचे शिफ्ट होगा। तो इससे हमारा जो आउटपुट कलेक्टर करंट है या फिर आउटपुट VCE एमिटर टू कलेक्टर वोल्टेज है, वो भी हमारा कम या ज्यादा होगा। Now it may be noted that as long as the signal variations are limited to this linear region of the AC load line, the average value of the collector current is ICQ. So when the output voltage is swing from this saturation to the cutoff point, we say that the average value of the collector current is ICQ and the average value of VC is VCQ. This is because the positive and negative input signals will swing, produce equal changes in ICQ. So with respect to 0, there will be equal amount of swings from upward side and equal amount of swing from the downward sides. So the point is, as long as input signal variations are limited to the linear region of load line, means this limited region of the load line, the average value of collector current is ICQ, because the positive and the negative of the input signal, the swing means this, positive and negative of the input signal produces equal changes in the value of ICQ. So this point, say for example A, and say one example B, O, from ICQ to A and ICQ to O, both the variations are same. तो यहाँ पे ये बताया गया है कि जैसे हमारा इनपुट सिग्नल स्विंग हो रहा है पॉजिटिव से नेगेटिव की तरफ, तो एवरेज कलेक्टर करंट की जो भी वैल्यू मिलेगी वो मिलेगी हमें ICQ। अभी ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? बिकॉज ऊपर में जो चेंजेस हो रहे हैं वही नीचे में भी चेंजेस हो रहे हैं। मतलब अगर 10 चेंजेस ऊपर में हो रहे हैं तो 10 चेंजेस नीचे में भी हो रहे हैं, तो दोनों का एवरेज निकालेंगे तो कितना आएगा? 10 ही आएगा। सो हम उसको बोलेंगे ICQ। Now we will see the total average power supplied to output circuit by collector, because we are taking output from the collector, is given by P in, this is DC, is equals to VCC into ICQ. So this is input, this is biasing supply VCC. So this is equals to twice of VCEQ into ICQ. So this is because VCC is equals to twice of VCEQ. So this power is utilized. So this power is utilized within the RL. Now power consumed by this RL is given by P of RL, because we are using the DC supply. So we will write PRL DC, and it is equals to ICQ square into RL. So since P is equals to I square R, we have used this formulae. So it is ICQ square into RL. So this power is generally dissipated as heat, because it is resistor. Now power consumed by transistor. So it is given by P TR. TR represents the transistor DC power, of course. It is equals to P in DC minus PRL DC. So this is actual power consumed by the transistor. Now this power consumed by transistor is utilized in two parts. So we'll see what are the two parts. So part of the power is utilized to develop the AC power across the RL, and the remaining part is dissipated as heat. Now as I have said, the power consumed by transistor means transistor कितना power consume कर रहा है, उसके लिए हम लोगों ने इक्वेशन लिखा है PTRDC is equals to I square R. तो यहाँ पे करंट कौन सा मिल रहा है हमें, कलेक्टर करंट, वो भी क्यूसेंट वैल्यू के अकॉर्डिंग वो शिफ्ट हो रहा है, तो ICQ स्क्वायर इंटू RL. नाउ ये जो ट्रांजिस्टर पावर जो कंज्यूम कर रहा है, इसको दो पार्ट्स में अगेन डिवाइड किया हुआ है. तो अभी हम लोग उसको देख लेते हैं कौन से दो पार्ट्स में उसको डिवाइड किया हुआ है. सो पार्ट वन है यूजफुल AC पावर एट द आउटपुट. So this AC useful power at the output, it is used to develop the AC power across the load resistor. Now its value is given as POAC. It is equals to I square RL. It is equals to V square by RL. So it is normal power relation. So if we again simplify it further, it will Vp square divided by twice RL. Now why we have written is peak power is equals to root 2 of input, where this V is the RMS value of the voltage, AC output voltage, and I is the RMS value of output current. RMS value of AC output current. And what is this VP? VP is the peak or maximum value or peak value of AC output voltage. So again I will revise it. So the power consumed by transistor is divided into two parts. First, the power utilized by the power AC power which is developed across this RL. Its equation is given as POAC I square RL. Here I have written V square by RL, I square RL or V square by RL. It is normal power relation that P is equals to I into V is it equals to I square RL or V square by RL. So I have written as peak power or maximum power divided by twice of RL. Then peak power is equal to root 2 by root 2 V. So I have written this. Okay. And this V is nothing but RMS value. So we can write any of the values. आउटपुट एसी वैल्यूज को हम कोई भी इक्वेशन के जरिए लिख सकते हैं. बस हमें एक चीज याद रखना है कि यहाँ पे जो V है ये हमारा RMS वैल्यू है और यहाँ पे क्या है ये पीक वैल्यू है. Actually it is root 2. Now what about the remaining part? So remaining part I will write down again. So second part is obviously the power dissipated as heat within the transistor collector region at this point. So first power across this RL, second across the power across the collector terminal. So the power across the collector terminal is PC. In bracket we have written DC because it to indicate it is a DC power dissipated across the collector terminal and it is totally of no use to us. It goes as a waste. So if we try to put this values in our previous equation, that is our previous equation was P in DC which was equals to twice VCEQ into ICQ. So we will try to put up the values like this. PRL DC plus POAC plus PC DC. So this is power developed across transistor as well as power dissipated as heat. So we will call it as power consumed within transistor. So this is power. It is not the ratio. I am indicating what these two values indicates. So this indicates power consumed in transistor. And what is this indicates? This indicates the power consumed at RL. Or we can say it as twice of VCEQ into ICQ is equals to, I will write it VCC into ICQ because this value is approximately equals to VCC. So I am writing VCC into ICQ is equals to I square CQ into RL, okay, plus I square into RL plus PC DC. This power is absolute waste. So under the zero conditions, when no input signal is applied, the AC power is zero. I would like to mention AC power is zero when no input is given. Therefore, all the power supplied to the transistor goes waste in the form of heat. It means that class A power amplifier will dissipate maximum heat, and it dissipates maximum heat, maximum power, and under the zero signal condition, all the energy is getting wasted. Otherwise, the heating of the transistor is reduced by the amount of AC power converted by the stage and supplied to the load. Thus, transistor is cooler when delivering power to the load than when there is no AC. So to conclude, I will write one more equation. The dissipation of a transistor with no signal. So power dissipation of transistor with no signal at input, it is equal to the product of its Q point of voltage and current. So when there is no signal, then the transistor power is given by VCEQ and ICQ, product of VCEQ and ICQ. So this is the transistor power when there is no input signal. So यहाँ पे हम लोग ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं कि अगर इनपुट में कुछ भी नहीं है तब भी पावर डिसिपेट हो रहा है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हीट. सो लॉसेस ज़्यादा है, इसलिए द ट्रांजिस्टर एम्पलीफायर क्लास ए पावर एम्पलीफायर हैज लेस एफिशिएंसी because it is dissipating more heat and more losses. So this is about the power relations.